This is a true story that happened in my town. So this one Wednesday...
Before we start talking about weapons, I want to make two things very clear. One, I'm so glad Pedro Pascal isn't in this. That's not a joke, even though it probably should be. He was originally going to have a prominent role, and I think some people may have slightly overhyped this.
The hell you talking about, boy?
Look, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, I'm not saying it's an okay movie, I'm not saying it's a good movie, it's definitely a great movie. But there are some aspects about it that don't work as well. Notably don't work as well. Focusing on a classroom of kids, mysteriously disappearing in the night, and the teacher being heavily accused. That's about all the trailer gives us, which is how it should be. It's the best kind of trailer, and as many speculated, it's probably not the movie you expected. Then again, maybe it is. Zach Cregger is known for movies that go in completely bizarre directions, putting it more on par with Barbarian in terms of its tone. But similar to Companion that came out earlier this year, it has that one glaring flaw that has you going, that wasn't there. I don't know if I complain. In Companion, it was Jack Quaid's character having questionable, ever-changing motivations, which was kind of significant, being he was an important character. With this, it's not quite the same thing, but it does affect the overall experience, and it comes down to the execution. I don't want to get into that just yet, it's not the main focus. This movie has an anthology format, focusing on multiple characters, a grand total of 6, and as the movie goes on, the plot slowly unravels in the expected Zach Cregger format. By that I mean, out of nowhere, something happens, and it's effective. When it comes to this director, that comes to mind. You don't know what's gonna happen, but it's something you're not gonna forget. This movie is full of those moments, adding to the unhinged vibe, and it's one of the main things I want to see. The opening with the kid narrating as all the children disappear, this does grab your attention, and like I said, the way the narrative plays out is done in a way that keeps you invested. When you finally find out what's going on, it's definitely one of the highlights, and the thing is, it's also a lot of fun. I wouldn't say comedic, though one character definitely is. Some moments will have you laughing. But despite how insane or disturbing some of these scenes get, you can't help but laugh at their insanity. I also want to bring up the camera angles because even they have a distinctive vibe. Occasionally you get a unique view, a somewhat skewed image. It's not a thing you think about too often, but it's effective nonetheless. I wouldn't say this is especially character-driven. You may think it would be, given the subject matter. The idea of your kid disappearing, obviously one of the worst things ever, and the teacher essentially getting all the blame, but I wouldn't say they're taking that seriously. They don't have very distraught tones. Josh Brolin, who got Pascal's role, the grieving father, has a wife you see one time, so they're just not trying to make you care that much. That's okay, I don't think it's the intention. It's about piecing together what's going on, and for the most part, that's done really well. I can't commend any single performance, but I don't think I need to. And sure, you don't completely find out why the events that happened, and to that I say, I don't think I need to. What I do need to address is, this is a lengthy movie with a lot happening, and there is an issue there. Like I said, there are 6 characters in total, and 2 of them, debatably, don't need to exist. One of them does interact with the teacher, Justine, so it does have an effect, but not in a very relevant way. And for the most part, he only interacts with the other non-relevant character, but I'm afraid to say they don't do anything plot relevant. I mean, stuff happens that will interest the viewer, but nothing too unexpected. And from a narrative perspective, you could have cut these 2. They were still entertaining, it wasn't wanting their bits to end, but they don't have the best payoff. Companion had a similar issue, not so much with plot relevancy, but it led to a climax not being as effective as it could have been. Because that was a movie about a self-aware robot, so you're supposed to care, but Weapons isn't trying to be that. This coincides into a climax that for the most part delivers. I know I keep saying that, but I don't know if it's screaming amazing critically acclaimed movie. The ending is satisfying, it has that fun vibe despite what's happening. It also has other standout elements that I wouldn't even think of spoiling. I don't dislike it, I want to make that clear. I just think it's slightly overhyped.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But hey, that's only my opinion. At the end of the day, it does not matter. The point is, go and see Weapons, make sure you do that, because, believe it or not, great movies can still have a few flaws. So, you know the drill, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please share it, hit the like button, consider subscribing if you're not pissed off, and the gaming channel has similar content with games. There's a link in the description. I'm the analyst, and remember kids, one flaw is not bad.